Hey everyone, this is Cleptrophes, and welcome back to a Minecraft Titanic video this time. And I'm not going to be doing a tutorial. Um, it's still not quite ready for that, but I'm getting to the point that I think I will be ready to record that, hopefully by tomorrow or basically on Friday. Anyway, this is just going to be basically a showcase video showing what I have of the Titanic build so far, and then later this week, hopefully Friday, like I said, we will get Olympic started. As you can see, I've got the first block placed. Not really, that's actually not going to be part of the build, but anyway, so I just wanted to show off in this video what I have of the Titanic so far, and I wanted to explain a couple things. Oh yes, and before we get started, I wanted to address a comment that I saw. Thank you, Cryptic, for this comment on screen, which you all can see now. They're addressing the bow flare, which is something that I thought I'd captured decently well, and I want to make it clear that obviously I know this build isn't perfect. It's never going to be. It's Minecraft. I'm working in 1-meter blocks. I think it's pretty close though, and I want to compare the bow flare that I have to a couple photos, so I'm just going to line it up as best I can with a couple photos I found of the Olympic. So I'm just going to get a couple shots around the ship. I'm basically just going to do a quick fly around, and whenever I find an angle that sort of matches up, I'm going to put the photo on screen. But anyway, yeah, so this is the basic shaping of the model. As you can see, still a bit taller than reality, but a lot closer than the last one was. And if we go to the stern now, and we'll get a couple views of the bow like this. Yeah, I thought the shaping was at least getting pretty close to being accurate. Cryptic, if you want to explain farther, you're welcome. I'm not 100% sure I understood what you were saying, so if you do want to clarify, please do, and I'll try to work on it. But anyway, yeah, going around the stern, you can see I have it completed just about now. Obviously by completed I just mean that I've got the framework complete. I haven't done any filling out because, well, I'm actually going to leave the ship like this throughout the filming of the tutorial to build the Olympic, because the two ships had identical hulls, and having Titanic here like this makes it easier for me to refer back to her for the Olympic when we get there. Anyway, yeah, so that's the exterior of the ship, as you can see, and I just gave myself a whole lot of work with editing, but that's okay. Anyway, if we come in here, as you can see, I don't really have any interiors done, but those staircases do lead down from a few of the rooms that I have completed, so we're going to land on the deck here. Oh yes, and I wanted to address this as well. This is the cargo hatch cover. This is cargo hatch number 3, that's number 2, and number 1 is on the bow up there. And in previous builds I've always done the bottom of these with this color around the cranes, but I've seen a lot of evidence suggesting that Titanic would actually have had black paint around them. Olympic will actually have this sort of orangey color though, because she had that throughout at least a good portion of her career leading up to Titanic. I think she did get the black paint later in her career, but anyway. Moving on, if we come up here, we can see I've got the start flying, so we're not walking on wood, which is very loud. I've got the deck winches here, or as best I could do it for a representation in Minecraft. I don't think it's bad, but it could definitely be better. And we've got the start of the mast, not up to the crow's nest yet, because I wanted to get the bridge in place, as you can see, to get that done. And yeah, we've got cargo hatch number 1 up here as well. And the breakwater, which I believe is taller than it would have been in reality, but again, Minecraft, you gotta make a couple compromises. And we have the anchor crane, and in here we've got the anchor. Yes. So, anyway, coming back down to the well deck, we've got some stuff inside the ship now that I'd like to show off. So if we come in here, whoops, if we come in here, I'm going to quickly fly around here. As you can see in here, that would be a 3rd-class stairs leading down to the 3rd-class open space on D-deck. And that's the same on this side as well. Now, actually, in reality, on kind of inside these, or outside these actually, on the outside towards the hull of the ship, you'd have closets. I'm just going based off Honor and Glory's deck plans, really, because they seem to be pretty accurate. But anyway, so coming through here, we've got, if we come in here, we've got a sort of a crewman's mess, and then through here we'd have another staircase leading down to D-deck. That one would be crew only. It would lead into a little section where you would have access to cargo hatch number 1, which if I come up here I can show you is actually in here. And you'd also have access to a couple of spiral staircases, which went all the way down to the hull of the ship. This is another crew-only staircase. This would lead down to the, well, just to a little room. You'd have another staircase past this as well, going down there. And if we come in here and take a right, you can see this is the mast, and this would be the ladder up to the crow's nest. Again, not in yet. So, what I've got left to do as well is just bollards and capstans and the anchor hoists, which should all hopefully not be too terribly difficult to get in place. And then there would also be some deck winches here that I'm not 100% sure I'm going to include because this staircase is kind of in the way of them, which is fine. And then obviously bollards along here as well. So, moving on. Oh yes, and a telephone as well. Anyway, moving on up to B-deck. I've actually pretty much done nothing on this deck, but we do have the stairs that lead up to boat deck. And that is the same on the other side, and that's pretty much all that I've got here. We do have the little open promenade space, as you can see, and we've got that on A-deck as well. If we come up here, we can see, again, really no interior complete. In fact, even less than there was on B-deck. I don't even have separating walls because A-deck would have been an open promenade all the way down to the other side of the ship. And in here we've got the crew stairway up to boat deck, as you can see. And we've got the bridge wings here, and the bridge with the wheelhouse. I was debating on how I was going to do this for a little while, and this is the compromise I ultimately decided on. We have 8 windows instead of 9 because we don't really have any vertical slabs. If we had vertical slabs, I reckon I probably could have done a better job. But that's okay, I think this kind of works. The windows are a bit higher than I'd like, but that's fine. And in here, again, we've sacrificed one of the windows, so we have... Well, actually, we've sacrificed 3 of the windows because we sacrificed 1 either side as well. So we've got 4 windows instead of 7 that there would have been on the real ship, but that's fine. And continuing aft, we've got some of the officers' quarters and a bit more of the deck filled in, and then that's kind of where I left it because a lot of this is going to be following the shear of the ship down, as you can see. Coming back here, really nothing is complete. I do have the basic outline of the superstructure where that's going to go, and that's about it. I've also got it marked where the poop deck starts. So, yeah, that's about it. I do want to talk about the propellers quickly. So these, obviously, separated vertically, not horizontally. If they were in line with each other, they'd actually be touching each other, because based on photos of the ship, that's what it looks like they would have been doing, or rather photos of the Olympic. And we've got the 3-bladed central propeller. These 2 propellers are pitched, so this one... I pressed some of the blocks forward, basically, so it looks like this one would spin like that, away from the hull, which is what both of them did, and this one would spin like that. Anyway, yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to quickly show you what I've got, and briefly explain a couple things. And yeah, so that's gonna about do it for this video. If you have enjoyed it so far, please leave a like and subscribe. It means the world. If you have already subscribed, you're one of my favorites. I love you. Thank you so much. And yeah, anyway, all that said, I will see you in the next one. So, thanks for watching. Bye.